Good morning, writers.
Good morning.
Oh, thank you. I am so excited to be here. I know I always say that when we're about to start writing, but you know this is my favorite time with you on the rug today. So today we're going to talk about writing. We have noticed as writers that sometimes we have a hard time coming up with stories, right? Show me too. Remember that? Sometimes we just feel like, oh, I don't know what to write about today. And to help us, we created this chart, Finding Ideas to Write About. Remember, writers, we said we could write about important things in our heart. That's going to help us remember stories. We can look back at old journal entries to come up with ideas. We can get inspired from the authors that we read to get ideas. We could start a memory chain to get ideas. Well, writers, today I'm going to teach you something new. A new way to think of a story to write about. You know how we've been studying Kevin Henkes?
No.
He did what I'm going to teach you. He is an author who writes all about feelings. Did you guys notice that? I know we've talked about it. The thing that Kevin Henkes did that I'm going to teach you to do, he used a whole feeling to help him write the story Chrysanthemum. What was that feeling? Does anybody remember what feeling Chrysanthemum felt? Yes, sweetie.
Miserable?
She did feel miserable, really sad and miserable. Kevin Henkes took that feeling and he wrote a whole story about it. He also did it in Jessica. Does anybody remember what feeling Ruthie had? Quiet hands. What do you think, honey?
She felt excited because she had an imaginary friend.
But before she had the friend, she had a feeling, and then she created the friend to help with that feeling. And it's on our feelings chart.
I know.
What do you think, honey?
Lonely.
I agree. Do you guys agree she was lonely? Remember, the first line of Kevin Henkes' books was, she didn't have a cat or a dog, but she had Jessica. She didn't have anything. She was lonely. So she created her imaginary friend. Kevin Henkes took that feeling of lonely and he wrote a whole story about it. So writers, today, I'm going to teach you to do that. I'm going to show you how I do it and you're going to have a chance to do it, okay? Right now, I am going to choose a feeling on our chart and then I'm going to think of some stories I might be able to tell about that feeling, okay? Let's all look at our feelings chart. We have lonely, proud, worried, surprised, sad, and brave. I think I'm going to choose the feeling proud. And now I want to think for a minute about some stories, some memories I have when I felt proud. Let me think. I know. Remember that time I told you that I cooked that big Thanksgiving dinner for my whole family? About 20 people came to my house. I was so proud of myself. So that could be a story, that Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, I don't know if I told you guys that last week my son learned how to ride a bike. I was so proud. Did I tell you that? I might have forgotten. So when my son rode his bike, I was really proud. Oh, I know. I didn't tell you this. On Sunday, my other son was in a dance recital. I was so proud that I cried. I really did cry. I'm about to cry now thinking about it. So my son's dance recital. Could you guys see how many feelings I had even just thinking about that? I felt so proud that I almost started to cry. So this is what I'm going to write about today. Did you guys see how I did that? I thought of a feeling. I just chose a feeling. And then I thought for a minute, what stories or memories do I have about that feeling? And I was able to make a list. Today, as a writer, I choose this. I'm going to go back and I'm going to start my story about my son's dance recital. Okay? So writers, it's your turn to do some thinking. The first thing I want everybody to think about is what feeling do you want to write about today? So I'm going to give you a minute to think about it. Close your eyes and think about a feeling. When you have your feeling, open your eyes and look at me. You have your feeling? You could choose one of the feelings up here or a different feeling. But we have lonely, proud, worried, surprised, sad, brave. Let's open our eyes. Writers, I just want to fix one thing. I misspelled recital, so excuse me, let me just fix that. All right, so writers, I see that you all opened your eyes, which tells me you have a feeling in your head that you're going to write about, right? Keep it there. Now, please do the next step in your head first, and then you're going to tell a partner. Think of some stories or memories that you have around that feeling. All right, so you have your feeling, now you're thinking of stories and memories. Okay, now please turn and talk to your turn and talk partner and share your feeling and share your memories, your stories.
You can say here. Without training.
You're going to go and have fun. Tell us a time that you thought.
I really get to
Focus, focus.
Everybody focus.
Okay, eyes back here. So, Rosalind and Noah, may I share what you said? Or Rosalind, would you like to say what you said? No, okay. So Rosalind remembers a time that she felt a little bit frustrated, right? Because her mom was saying, take a shower, and guess what? Rosalind had already taken a shower. So that's a good story. You're going to talk about that. That's a good story to tell. Noah, would you like to tell them what you chose? No. Noah is going to write about a time that he felt very happy. That was his feeling. And he was happy. The story he's going to tell is when he first got a bike. He got his first bike and he was happy. Isn't that a great story, writers? Okay, so your job today, look at me so I know you're listening. When you go back to your seats, you'll see there's paper on your writing folder. Okay, eyes on me. Your job is to think about your feeling. You already chose your feeling. Write down your feeling and then list out all the possible stories that you could tell about that feeling. Okay, writers? And then, if you're done and you want to get started, start your story. Noah's ready to start his story. He already said, I need 4 pieces of paper. I want to get going. So if you're ready, get going. But if you're just coming up with ideas today, brainstorming, that's okay too. Okay?